show you how to run Python using Visual Studio, which is popularly known as Vscode. So first thing you should do is for you to check if Python was installed using a terminal. So you just come here and type command prompt. So you just select it. So now you can type Python --version. So you press enter. As you can see here, we have Python 3.10.1 version installed on my system. On your own case, if you don't have Python installed, it will tell you don't have Python installed, which you need to install Python. So let's quickly go to the steps to download Python from the Python official website, which is www.python.org. So when you come here, this is the Python official website. So as you can see here we have the first environment here. So you can, let me a little bit maximize this so that you can see it clearly. So this is the python.org, and then when you come here now, you can see we have Python, we have for Windows, for Mac, and others platform. So now I'm using a Windows operating system. I'm going to select here. So I select here. Now when I come down here, you can see you have different Python version, but the latest one here is Python 3.10.6. So I'm going to click here to download it. So now after you successfully downloaded the Python, then you go to download. When you go to download here on your system, we are going to see the Python installed here. As you can see, I have my here, which is Python 3.10.6 version. If you want to install it now, you have to just do double click. So let me maximize it so that you can see clearly. I'm maximizing this so that you can see clearly. Alright, so you can see here we just do double click. So when you double click, it's going to prompt a window that will tell you to install Python. In my own case, I already have Python installed on my system, so it's showing me to upgrade now. So I don't want to upgrade now. So already I'm using the latest Python version. For your own case, you see install Python here. Then you click on install, you click next, and follow the steps one by one. It's not hard for you to install. It's a very simple process. Okay, now let's go to the next steps. Now the next step is for us to download Visual Studio from Visual Studio official website, which is code-build-debug.visualstudio.com. So let's go back to the browser. As you can see, I already typed the address here. So let's just enter. So here is the official website for Visual Studio Code here. So now let me maximize it a little bit. Now you can see the lot for Windows. So you can click here to see different operating system. So we have for Windows, for Mac, for Linux here. I'm using a Windows operating system, so I will click here for me to download the Visual Studio for Windows. So then you can see it will start downloading here, and the MB is just 73.0 megabytes. So I already have it here. I already have it downloaded. So I will pause this one. Then I'm going to here show folder. After you have downloaded yours, now you go to show folder. Then you see the folder here. Already I have VS Code downloaded here. So let me just maximize so that you can see it. Okay, now you can see the Visual Studio here that I downloaded. So you just, if you want to install this, you just have to come here and do double click. When you double click on the executable file here, then the next thing is for you to accept. I accept the agreement. You accept the agreement here, then you click next. Then you create a desktop icon here, next, and then you install. The moment you click here, is going to install. I already have Visual Studio installed on my system, so I'm not going to install this one. So in your own case, you click here, install. It's going to install it for you, and from there you can start using Visual Studio. So now let me show you how to. The next one is for you to click on extension and download a Python from Microsoft official site on Vscode. So now let's come here. You can search for Vscode here. You can see it here, the one that you recently installed. You double click, it's going to launch it for you. So quickly, it's actually opening. So now the next thing you should do after when you open this, then is for us to okay. Now as you can see here, when you click here, you have what extensions. So you click on extensions, so it's going to launch extensions for you. So look at the extensions here. Let me maximize this for you so that you can see the extensions here with even their logos. So from here now you can just type Python. When you type Python, okay, the first one here you see is Python from what? Microsoft. So this is one that we type that has what? Code completion, special code completion, debugging and refactoring. So here I'm going to click here to install it. Okay, as you can see here, this is disabled and uninstalled just because I already have Visual Studio installed on my system. That is why it's showing me this. In your own case, since you don't have Visual Studio on your system and this is the first time for you to install it, it will tell you install here. So now we just have to click on the install and you wait a little bit patiently. It's going to install this Python extension inside your Visual Studio. So let's close this one. So the next thing, you close this one as well. Then we have to go to the desktop and create a folder. So let's go to the desktop. You click here. This is your desktop. Then you come down here, you press here. You click on new, then folder. So let's say my Python. So this is my Python. This is the name of the folder. Look at it. My Python is the name of the folder I created. So I'm going to use VS Code to open this folder. So now you just come here into the file, open folder. Then you go to desktop. Then my Python. Let's go down a little bit and see. Okay, look at it. My Python. This is the name of the folder. I will select it, then select folder again to open it. So let's wait a little bit and see. It's going to open this folder for us. Correct. Congratulations. This folder has opened. So now when you click for the first one to tell you a new file, this is where we are going to create our Python file. You click here. Then the name of the Python file we are going to create is testing.py. Then you press enter. So now, so let's run our first Python program. So from here now you can say print. So we can print hello world now. So if you want to run, before you run it, you click here to run it. Or before you run it, I want to show you something here. Then you click here and then you go to file. From file now you go down. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit so I can see what I want. So from here now you click here, you come down, you can see auto save here. Make sure this auto save, you click on it and let it to be ticked this way, so that anytime you created a program on Vscode, is automatically going to save it for you instead of you doing manual saving. You understand? So you see my own is ticked, which means is the program is in what auto save already. So now let's run our first Python program, which is hello world, as you can see now. So we just run here and wait a little bit. Now it's going to display the result for us down here, hello world. Okay, as you can see, congratulations, you have launched your first Python program. So let's also perform simple mathematical operation with Python. Let's perform 2 plus 2 operations. So now, so this is 2 plus 2. We are printing 2 plus 2. Then you run the program now. You are going to see your output here. As you can see, you see 4 here. So congratulations